You're listening to David O'Sullivan on Talk Radio 702, your number one news and talk station. Email David on david@702.co.za.
I've had varying reactions to the story that I read for the first time in the Pretoria News. The terrible, terrible story of 4 children who died of malnutrition, dehydration out in the Northwest Province in grinding poverty. And they'd gone off to look for their mother, who had gone off to look for food, and they had died. I had a very interesting email from Mike Said, who's from Brand Strategy, about a trip that he had done. Mike, if I've read your email correctly, you had been in Northwest Province in the informal settlements, the squatter camps in Northwest, the previous week.
I had, in fact, yes, Dave.
And tell me what you saw.
Well, Dave, what we did was we visited a lot of schools just to chat to principals and teachers to see what we could see. And it's quite gut-wrenching to walk into a school where there are 72 children in one classroom, children there with no shoes, no equipment. And then what he pointed out to me, most of all, the principal, he said to me that a lot of the children, the only meal they'll eat that day is the one they'll get at the school.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he gave us a tour of the school. He showed us the where they store the stuff, where the cooking is done. And then, for me, the highlight was he took us to the vegetable garden that they're busy growing. Isn't
that a good thing? Tell me about that, the vegetable garden, something that we could possibly work with here.
Absolutely. To me, that's what, if you want to donate something, they need irrigation equipment. They need seed. They need basic garden and farming equipment.
Mm.
That's the difference you can make. That's the teach a man to fish story.
That's right. As you said in your email, it's almost a cliche. You don't give them a fish, teach them to fish. So teach them to grow things. I did think it was a particularly dry province as well, Mike. So the issue of water and being able to maintain a vegetable garden, how difficult is it?
Well, what's quite fantastic is they have a water tower there and a pump. And this pump is operated by a kind of like tread wheel. You know, the kids play on the play wheel in the playground.
Yes.
And as they go around, they're actually pumping water up into the tower, and then that water is moved on to the garden.
Isn't that's the way to do it? So this is you obviously came across a community that is trying to do something about the situation. No matter, you talk about that school and how overcrowded it is, but they're able to feed the kids, are they, Mike?
Well, they're doing their best. This is a principal who, from what I can tell, occasionally takes money out of his own pocket. The teachers do the same. We met with some social workers who told us about some of the conditions that the children live under, left alone in the home, no food. You need to take a trip out there, David, in fact, probably to anywhere in South Africa, to understand that a lot of work still needs to be done.
Mike, I'm going to be in touch with you about that. I think that you've hit on something there, and let's see how we can take that a little bit further. But I'll stay in touch with you about that, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you, David.
Thank you for getting hold of me, Mike.